When working with large data sets, you may find yourself wanting to keep the top one row, two rows, or three rows frozen in place so you can scroll down the data. Or you may want to keep the first couple of columns pinned to the left. My name is Torres. I'm the founder of Stark Analytics, and on this episode of Sheet Freak, I'm going to show you how to do just that. Let's dive in. All right, let's take a look at this spreadsheet right here. So you see we have our column headers at the top, and then we have our dates coming down column A. Now if I scroll down, I lose my column headers. They're no longer there at the top. So I want to freeze this top row here. I'm actually going to click into cell A2 because that is the first cell that's below that row, and you're going to see why I'm choosing column A in just a bit. But right now, let's go to Freeze Panes and select Freeze Panes. And now you can see if I scroll down, the first column is actually already frozen for me. Freeze Panes actually already gives you the option to freeze the top row and the first column just by one click right here. But let's say you wanted to freeze the first two or three rows. Well, we're going to undo the Freeze Panes by clicking here and go to Unfreeze Panes. And then let's imagine for some reason we wanted to keep these top three. Well, click into here, Freeze Panes, and now the top three are frozen in place. As for columns, you can do the same thing. So let's unfreeze these. Obviously, I could just click into, let's say, this column right here, or this cell, B1, and if I freeze panes, it's going to keep the column frozen. But what I actually want to do, the ideal scenario here, which makes sense, is I want to freeze this row with all my column headers and this column. So that way, as I scroll, these stay in place. How to do that? Well, let's unfreeze what we have frozen. And we're going to click into cell B2. And the reason is because B2 represents the cell that is below the actual range that we want right here. So below this row and to the right of the column we want pinned, and that's the cell right there. So if we freeze panes there, now when we scroll down, your column headers are frozen, and if you scroll to the right, your dates are pinned in place.